Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zak's Traders Cafe for Monday the 5th of June. Starting off with the S&P, and here you can see that we're making good progress towards the top of that rising trend channel from back in October. 4360 is the number on that line, and we're looking for that as soon as the end of this month. We were looking for that as soon as the end of next month, but the way things are going, it looks like we could get there by the end of June. On the downside, probably only really back below 4180, which was April-May resistance, and recent support really delaying the upside scenario. But the main thing here is that we're on an upward trajectory against rather negative fundamentals, allegedly. The other point to note in terms of the way that this market rose is that we had multiple support points above a rising 50-day line, which tends to be a leading indicator on upside. On to the stocks, and starting off with Affirm. Here you can see that we're just breaking through the 200-day moving average. We've got a rather wide rising trend channel there, which is heading towards as high as $28. In this case, I think we are looking for that to be hit by the end of next month, while we hold above recent support around $13.70. 50-day line rising. And as I said, if we can get another decent end-of-day close above the 200-day line, as opposed to the one day that we had back in February, I think the shares will look pretty good. On to Dish, and here the picture, an improving one on the basis that we've broken a line of resistance there from February. We still need to break that 50-day line around $7.60, above that, looking for as high as $10.80 by the end of next month. But the key here is that we get back above that 50-day line for the first time since September. The reason we're including the stock today is that we've got multiple successful bounces off an uptrend line in the RSI window, which normally is a leading indicator on a potential recovery. I was going to say it's a blast from the past, but I think that would be a bit rude towards Gap, which is obviously a fine retailer. Here we've had a break of a February resistance line there. Gap through that resistance line there around $8, above $8, looking for a break of the 50-day line at $8.90 to eventually take us up to as high as $11.30 by the end of next month, providing we stay above that $7.80 area, which is the floor of that rising trend channel. Moving on to a stock which we haven't covered very much, but looks like as though it may be something which features in the future. Here we did actually look at this previously a couple of months back, but you can see that the share is now finally getting up towards the target that we had then, $3.90, above $3.90, looking for a fresh leg to the upside up to that July resistance line projection from last year, currently heading as high as $5, and we could see that as soon as the end of next month, perhaps even sooner, given the way that we've got a fresh golden cross between the 50 and 200-day moving average there on Geron Corporation. Another relatively rare specimen in the US Chartbreakers is Hanesbrand, and here you can see that we've bounced after a final low below the $4 level. Hammer candle on Thursday, and good move to end the week on Friday. Neckline resistance around $4.40. End of day close above that. We're looking for that March resistance line, $5.30, as soon as the end of this month. Going by the next stock, which the ticker code and the name are two different things. We are slightly confused, but here you can see that there's a resistance line projection there from the beginning of November. That's heading towards as high as $29.50 on Samsara. We could hit that by the end of this month, especially while we hold above recent resistance around $22. That should hopefully do the trick in terms of the stop loss. 50 and 200-day moving averages both rising and an unfilled gap to the upside through resistance. Pretty impressive stuff. On to stock which looks like it may finally be in recovery mode. Kohl Corporation. Here we've had a bear trap rebound from below the old May support there. I'd like to see an end-of-day close through the 50-day moving average, $21.50 plus. If we can get that, then we could be up towards as high as $29 by the end of next month if this is a proper snap back to the bullishness. We've got an uptrend line there in the RSI window, which suggests that we should at least be able to get into the mid-20s, if not the upper 20s over the near term. Moving along to another winner of the, recent winner. Here we've got Lava Therapeutics. And the situation here is that we've had a gap to the upside, breaking neckline resistance around $2. Above that, we're looking for a target as high as $4.50 by the end of next month once the dust settles from Friday's massive moves. Any dips towards the $2 area probably regarded as a buying opportunity now, especially given the way that we've had a triple bounce for the RSI above the neutral 50 level. That tends to be a continuation signal or a recovery signal in this case, and it did work in terms of the gap higher that we had at the end of last week. New name for the chart breakers coming up, and it's Newell Brands. Here it looks like we've got the start of a turnaround here, obviously coming off new lows. $9 probably the level to break the neckline resistance area. If we can do that, then the next level up would be up to $10.80 at the top of that falling trend channel from back in February. Stop loss at this stage, obviously back below the $8 level. A couple of stocks to go now. First one is Transocean, and here you can see that broken a line of resistance there and broken above the rising 50-day moving average. The 50-day line currently is $6.20. Above that, looking for $10 as soon as the end of next month, which is the top of a broadening triangle from back in September. Finishing off with a stock which we covered last week, I believe, U-Power. Here, interesting pattern, not much of a chart to go on, but interesting pattern. We were looking for the $11.80 area as the initial target there, and then after the spike on Friday, we can say that we're looking for as much as $15.50 plus, maybe by the end of this month, and especially while we remain above the neckline resistance there around the $8.80 area, which was the high back at the end of April. So above 880, looking for as high as 15 over the near term on U-Power, but a rather volatile situation to say the least. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.